So this is a finished rig, the troll. It's been shown in other videos that is going to be shown in an animation test. So this rig is completed. It was done using BZP PRO. You can see he's rigged up. And we're going to show this animation test, which is a rough animation based on I'd say above video game quality, pre-visual effects quality for live action. This is pretty close to what you might see in Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter. I worked on did prep work on Potter 6 at Lucasfilm and saw raw footage and all kinds of things there. But this is just to show you the way this is set up. The way that I recommend it is you have your finished rig scene. This was done BZP Pro. And then I'm actually going to show you a prop that I made that's done here. This is a little sword that I've made. These are both going to be referenced into a new scene that is animated on. So when I go and I've already animated, I spent about probably 4 hours animating this scene, and it's called Troll Stab. So you can see in this scene both the character and the swords are actually in this scene here. And when I hit play, just to show you, rough animation, you can see how this is kind of blocked out. And you can see how this BZP auto rig actually animates. So this is not a looping cycle, it's just a continuous play. You kind of see he's pretty easy to animate actually. It gets a 360 world view around. You can kind of see him moving around, the feet plant well. It's pretty easy to keyframe. He was done in about 3 hours. This is of course would not be considered finished animation. This is, I'd say, for a block out, about 80 to 85% there. You might want to spend another day polishing up a little bit. So it's 65 frames. Rough animation pass, what you might see maybe in a Lord of the Rings battle, or maybe seeing Dobby with some blades in Harry Potter Deathly Hallows or something, kind of swinging at a Death Eater or something. So this is pretty roughed out. You can kind of see though how the things are moving with the ways that the arms are set up. I'm actually blending back and forth between FK and IK to get that kind of front pose going and locking into place. There's a little bit of a bounce in the root. Pretty easy to see. You can see when I come through and I actually have the graph editor, and then the frames, the keys in the frames, pretty easy to kind of pick apart. So the pull constraints, pull vectors, everything's all set up, and you can see it's animating pretty successfully. There might be a few animators out there that might say, well, it should do this, this, and this in the actual motion test, but a motion test is of course subjective. The rig is what is objective in this, and the rig is working. So you can see a working BZP Pro rig animating a 65 frame animation pretty successfully. So it works pretty well. So this concludes this video for animation. BZP Pro, no games, just rigs. And that concludes this video. Thank you for your time.